right. Sir Hanish has rewarded you for your loyal service with a room of your own at Perkstein. All right. I do have my chest in here. I need to drop off this shield that I grabbed and forgot to put up. What's my rest and everything? Everything looks pretty good. So yeah, we got our revenge on. Let's talk to Mutt. I haven't talked to him in a while. All right. And I think I'm gonna take off the dark padded coif and the helmet because I kind of like the look. Kind of into it. 0 head armor, so it's a bit dangerous, but I do it when I don't have when I have my cloth armor on as well anyways, so how much does it really matter? I'm not sure. But let's repair my stuff back up. Shoes gonna be repaired. Alright, let's go drop off this extra armor, and I think I'm gonna keep my armor on for the foreseeable future. I've been taking it off because I've been doing sneaky stuff, but don't really need to do sneaky stuff for a while anyways, I don't think. Alright, so this is my room. I just gotta remember that. I probably won't. And I don't think I really need a room anyways. Who am I supposed to be talking to? Let's check the map. We need to be talking to go to the upper hall, and then there's one DLC and another DLC. So this one is like, I think that's like Band of Brothers or something. Like Sir Razik goes and gets you to like help these mercenary guys. And then this one, it opens up Pribyslavitz as a town for you to kind of steward over. You get Sir Hanish's permission to do so. So that is something we're going to probably do. That's why I was kind of getting all that money in order, because you have to pay for everything out of pocket. Because Sir Hanish doesn't really have the money to do it himself. And then through that, you can get better armor, weapons, horses, just your own little town. I think you can get like a herbalist. I'm not sure. You can get a lot of stuff inside the town, just things that you kind of favor in the game. And that's kind of one reason why I haven't gotten another horse, is because I'm kind of waiting till I get stables there. But anywho's, we'll go up to the upper castle here and have this conversation about what's gonna happen next.
My lord, I'm afraid you were right when you said these hostilities wouldn't end at Pribyslavitz.
That comes as no surprise.
What has happened?
The men reported 2 more attacks today.
Ah, Henry. I'm glad you're here. It seems like we'll have another task for you. Come and join us.
My lord,
Greetings, lad.
the bandits raided a few remote hamlets, but that's the least of our worries. They also attacked Merhoyed, and that's a much more serious matter.
Marius. Matthias is working there.
They attacked right after the battle in Pribyslavitz. Bastards were probably trying to prove they're still strong. But there's a silver lining. The villagers held them off, and they even took one captive. He's wounded, but we can still interrogate him.
Your Graces, I hope I'm not intruding.
On the contrary, Master Tobias. Unlike Bernard, you are the bearer of good tidings. Or so I gather from the coin you carry. Tell me, how many groschen did we find in Pribyslavitz?
My lord, I'm sorry, but my news is no better than Captain Bernard's. These coins are very good. That is to say, well-made facsimiles, as we call them.
What? I don't give a fuck what you call them. I want to know what they're fucking worth.
That's just it, sir. They're worth nothing.
Are you saying what I think you're saying, Master Tobias? This here
Is just a pile of copper.
Curva! Fuck!
Plated with silver, so it's still of some worth.
Curva! Fuck!
Is it a lot of work to make such counterfeits, Master Tobias?
I should say so, sir. Highly demanding work. Especially to make such plausible forgeries. They would need a well-hidden foundry, several craftsmen, and a source of material.
But they could just be brought in from somewhere else, could they not?
Well, they could, but then again, the silver mines are nearby, and these groschens seem freshly minted, so...
So we are facing a foe who has almost limitless sources of coin. That's all we need.
Doppelter.
Well, gentlemen, it's clear what we have to do. Interrogate that captive bandit, find out their numbers, and promptly cut off their supply of money. Otherwise, they'll soon have another encampment.
If they haven't already.
I doubt it, sir. Merhayed wouldn't have been able to hold them off if they did.
Well, lad, I said we'd have work for you, but it never crossed my mind there would be this much. You've already proved your worth as an investigator, so I'm putting my faith in you again. Go to Merhayed and question that captive. Find out where those brigands are hiding, how many there are, and what they're planning. And while you're at it, see if you can find some clues as to where this counterfeit coin is coming from.
Very well, sir.
Good luck. We're counting on you, all of us. Come report to me as soon as you know anything. I'll be at the lookout point near Talmberg.
Alright, so we have our next objective here, which is to go to Marius, and you know what I'm saying, interrogate the prisoner. But that's not a big priority for me right now. I really want to get this town started. It's a slow growing thing. I mean, you can't just like focus on it and get it done. But next we're gonna go to Talmberg and talk to Sir Divish about Pribyslavitz and restoring it back to its former glory. So that's what we're gonna go and do. What is this? Oh, this is the Band of Brothers DLC. You have to talk to Sir Radzik about that, but I'm not going to talk to him about that right now. It's a pretty long story quest, and I'll kind of do that. I don't want to say I'm going to do it intermittently, but I'm going to do it where there's not any like breaks between the quest. I'm just going to do it and do it and do it and do it until it's done, and then we'll get back on the main storyline. And Pribyslavitz is kind of out of the way, so it's kind of a pain to like have it as a town for yourself because you're having to go in and check and like settle disputes between people. You're truly like a lord of the town, but you know, you don't have a castle or anything, it's just a town. Alright, we'll go talk to Sir Divish about this, and he's gonna be like, I don't have any coin to restore it. Can you put your own coin forward to fix it? And I'll be like, yeah, sure, me, a poor peasant boy from Skalitz with dead parents, somehow made his fortune in battle and combat and sneaky means. Yeah, sure, that'll be easy peasy to do. Let's see if we can find this guy. I think he's upstairs. And is he in here? Probably not. Is he in here? He is. I'm so glad your wife's not here. It'd be kind of awkward. But let's talk to Sir Divish.
The Lord be praised. What brings you to me?
What happened? What's happening with Pribyslavitz?
Can I be of service to you, Sir Divish? I've heard talk that something is going on in Pribyslavitz.
Henry, you've come at just the right moment. I sent a man to Pribyslavitz. My locator, Marius.
Locator?
What's a locator?
A land allocator. I charged him with checking on the condition of the settlement to see if we can start rebuilding it.
You're planning to settle it?
You're planning to resettle the village?
Yes,
Why Pribyslavitz, of all places?
because it's been lying fallow and falling into ruin since it was sacked by Havel Medic years ago. It's about time that changed.
Well, it should be safe there now. We trounced that rabble on the battlefield.
Yes, and that's why I sent my master locator there. However, he should have been back long since.
Uh-oh.
If you've no objection, I could go and look for him.
I'd appreciate that. He probably just got delayed. But I'd be happier if you checked it out.
Hope all is well in your fiefdom.
God save, my lord. I hope things are peaceful in your fiefdom.
Peace? Peace is rare in these times. But right now I'm more troubled by politics than warfare.
What's wrong?
The monastery stalled the purchase of stone and everything connected to the building project.
Uh-oh, I know this quest.
And now I find out it's because of the quality of the stone blocks, or so they say. I don't believe a word of it. It looks like profiteering to me.
What's the monastery trying to get out of this?
Profiteering? What's the monastery trying to accomplish?
To lower the price. What else? We've already given them a fair price, and they still delay with payment. Or worse.
Worse? You mean they'll stop paying completely?
You could put it that way. They're looking for an excuse to back out of the contract and find another quarry where they'll be able to secure a more favorable deal.
What's happened with the
What
stone?
do they say is wrong with the stone?
Supposedly, there was an accident when one of the stone blocks broke loose, fell, and killed someone. But the quarrymaster swears by all the saints it isn't possible. He says he sends only the best stone, and I believe him. He's reliable and an experienced quarryman.
And is anyone dealing with the problem?
Well, my chamberlain is in charge of it, as always. But all he's done is send them a letter. He says putting more pressure on the monastery could provoke them. Those are his words.
So there's nothing else that can be done?
I don't know. I've been thinking about taking a more direct approach. But I expect the chamberlain won't even hear of it. He'll just keep on sending them polite letters and hoping that does the trick.
Maybe I can help.
I could help with this.
Do you think this is a job for you? You aren't even in my service.
I do serve Sir Radzig. He knows he can rely on me when he needs me, and I've never let him down.
This is true. So do you want to go to Sasau and ask about the stone?
I mean, I will.
Yes, I'll do it.
Good. I'd like you to ask about the stone and keep your ears open. See if they aren't talking about another quarry.
I'll do my best. Hopefully they'll talk to me.
They will. You ride in my name, so don't forget to remind them of it. God be with you.
I won't forget. But that's not a priority of mine, so we are gonna go and try and find the locator. We're gonna locate the locator. Okay, it's first thing in the morning. We are outside of Pribyslavitz, and we're gonna locate the locator. So let's see if we can find him. He might be in the main part up here. I'm not sure. Oops. Oh, game saved. So I guess he is up here somewhere. Oh, there are some people up here.
What was that?
It was.
What are you after, young fella?
I didn't know you were a bandit, sir. Hello.
Come suck my dagger. Fucking left it here ready to sharpen. Own up, you fucking bastard.
You've forgotten where you put it again.
Bandits, get out of here.
No more fooling around. Come on.
Ooh, I'm stuck. Dang bandits. Come on. Come on. Well, I was gonna try and use my bow, but yeah, good boy. Yeah. I'm gonna earn you a snack after this. There he is.
Hey, Goodman, help me. I'm tied up here.
Yeah, I see you. What's your name, Marius?
Thank you.
You're welcome.
My pleasure. Sir Divish sent me to find you, and it looks like I arrived just in time.
God's truth.
I'm Henry of Skalitz.
My name is Marius Bilek,
Marius.
Master Locator. Sir Divish sent me here to survey the area.
Well, the outlaws are out of the way, so we can go and report to him, right?
Not just yet. Those bastards caught me as soon as I arrived, and so far all I've seen is the inside of the tent they tied me up in. I still have a job to do. Come along with me if you like. We'll report to Sir Divish afterwards.
Well, yeah, let's go.
I'll escort you then. At least I can make sure you don't get caught again.
What? Are there more of those bandits around?
No, I just meant... Never mind. Should we get going?
Well, yeah, we'll follow you around, Marius. I guess I can put my weapons away for now.
This is a good spot for the rat house. Every village must have one. It'll be nice and prominent here. It's on the hillside, so the foundations will stay dry. It can have its own little square, close to the church. There's no better site here.
I wonder if there's anything up here. Ooh.
Considering how old.
Sure. It is old. Is there any loot up here? Oh, there is loot up here. There's literally nothing in here. Okay, that was lame. Oop. Careful, Henry. Come on, Marius. I'm following you around. I like your fit, dude. You slick. Y'all kitted out. Is it? Yeah, it's caps lock. Makes me walk. Alright, we're on the hillside. Where are we going now? Oh. Oh, I didn't know that path was there. Interesting.
We could fit at least one tradesman's shop here. Maybe a baker's? There's quite a lot of space here. It just needs clearing thoroughly. Then we could even fit stables here.
Ooh, stables. I like the sound of that.
Main approach road and the stream.
Yeah, what about it? What you got for me?
This bridge needs reinforcing. It won't last long in this condition. I reckon it would make sense to build a weir over the stream down there. The water here is clean and can be used to supply the village until we sink a well. It's a good thing we have this stream. No point in building without a water source.
Sure. What's a weir? A weir is a low dam.
Supplies and trade will flow through here.
Yeah. A weir is a low dam built across a river to raise the level of water upstream or regulates its flow. An enclosure of stakes set in a stream or trap for fish. Okay. It's pretty neat. So you're gonna bring the water up to the bridge or something? I don't know. That'd be pretty neat. Probably, yeah, probably. Yeah. I mean, why wouldn't they? You know, it'd raise the water up.
Past the trees and ruins, whether there's room for anything there. But at least the trees are strong and healthy. All we need is a few good woodcutters, and we won't have to bring in any timber from elsewhere.
Yep, that's good. I guess you would flood these lower lands just a tad, and then the water is more easily accessible, right? Everybody just go bucket their water. Yeah, pretty cool. Pretty cool. What is this?
Stone foundations. They'll come in handy when we're close to the stream.
What does that have to do? What does one have to do with the other? Yeah. Stone foundations. Oh, is that a floor? Oh, I guess that... Okay. I don't know. I don't know, man. I don't really remember what it used to look like when I played this last time. It is big, it's like massive. It's very sprawled out. Have to rebuild this, The archway.
Lots of space here.
Oh yeah. There's like little like dungeons over there for storage, I don't know. Buildings, like basements. This is like it used to be stables. Yeah, down there.
All
Oh,
the better.
there is a well here. You're right. It's not a basement at all. There's something in here? Nope, just some water. Just a little hidey hole. How's the survey
So,
going?
Master Locator, ready to start building?
There's a long way to go before that. The few ruins that are left are basically beyond repair. It's all overgrown with brush.
Oh dear.
We'll have to get it all cleared before we can start rebuilding it.
So it is possible to rebuild everything?
Yes, absolutely.
But building a whole village is no small enterprise.
We'll need timber, lots of it. Which isn't a problem in the middle of the woods, of course. We'll have to hire waged labor to begin with. Quite a lot of men. I think we should get started without delay. There's a lot of work involved, but it'll be well worth the effort. I can just imagine it. The church will dominate the whole settlement.
Oh, that's good news. When will you inform Sir Divish?
Why wait? I'll head to Talmberg right away. But would you keep an eye on things here in the meantime? It would be rather embarrassing to run into more bandits when I return with Sir Divish.
No problem. I'll be right here.
It shouldn't take us long.
Just a couple of days, I assume. Go up there, talk to him. He'd be like, oh, yeah, okay. Well, let me have dinner first, and then I'll retire. And then I'll come back.
My lord, welcome to Pribyslavitz. That is to say, welcome back to Pribyslavitz after all these years. Well, what's left of it.
Not to worry, Marius. I'm glad to be back in my old hamlet. Although, it seems to have aged about as gracefully as I have over the years.
I beg to differ, sir. It's quite dilapidated, unlike your good self, but at least it's safe now. Thanks in part to Henry here, who also saved me from a predicament that cost me valuable time. Who knows? If it hadn't been for him, we might not even be talking now.
Well, lad, in the end, you managed things in your own way, I see. Just as you said you would.
I did my best, sir.
I killed them.
There was no reasoning with them. They thought since it was 4-1, I'd be no trouble.
I expect that was a fatal mistake.
Just so, sir.
No loss. At least they won't be troubling us again. Let's get down to the matter in hand, shall we? What state is Pribyslavitz in?
Sir, in my official capacity as Locator, I am gratified to inform you that the hamlet of Pribyslavitz may be renewed. And indeed it offers prospects of considerable expansion beyond its former limits.
Splendid. Finally, some good news for this province.
And badly needed, too.
So, what have you discovered so far? I want to know all the details.
Layout of the village.
We had a scout around.
We conducted a basic survey, from which we can make a preliminary outline of the parcels. I already have in my head an initial plan of what can be built where.
We should certainly have a church. I'd like to preserve the existing one.
That should present no serious obstacles. The building is in much better condition than we anticipated. But extensive reconstruction will be required.
That's to be expected.
Water or wood?
There's a stream here, and a well, right in the middle of the village.
Yes, and there are abundant woods around. Clearing them will provide both extra land and timber supplies that we can use right away.
Right now, I believe we're standing on the village green, aren't we?
The future green, that is. The village centre will comprise at least 6 large buildings to begin with. We can't fit any more than that here. So there will be other buildings away from the square. In particular, more extensive structures.
I'm glad to hear it. I never expected you'd find so much space here in the middle of the woods. The building work we're about to engage in is only the first part of my plan. Later, we'll clear more forest for agricultural land and build more farmhouses. But for now, we'll have to focus on more sensible goals.
Sure.
As you wish, my lord.
Won't it cost a lot?
Rebuilding a whole village must cost a king's ransom, though.
It's true it won't come cheap. Before the tradesmen settle here and start producing and trading, it will be necessary to invest a certain amount of capital.
A certain amount? How much exactly?
I wouldn't venture to state a precise amount at this point, but I expect it will come to some thousands, even tens of thousands of groschen.
That much? I hope you're good at haggling.
We shall, of course, attempt to procure everything at the best possible price, but raising a settlement from the ashes you see around you is a costly business.
Sure.
Nevertheless, I can assure you, my lord, that if all goes well, the investment shall all come back to you with interest.
I hope I shall live to enjoy it, Master Marius.
We'll be living and working here.
A village isn't a village without villagers. You'll need new subjects. Even preparing the ground for a building will need lots of labour. Where can we find so many people, sir?
You sound skeptical, lad, but it's a good question. I've already given it some thought. I've agreed with Radzik and Hanish that we shall make an announcement in Rattay to invite people to move here and help with the construction, which will bring them many benefits, but also obligations. In addition, I expect the prospects of a new home will appeal to your former Skalitz neighbors more than a makeshift camp by the castle walls.
They'll be delighted, sir.
Oh, yeah.
A splendid solution, sir. I've also been concerned about how to bring settlers here, but now it seems there will be no shortage of new inhabitants after all.
And about the rebuilding.
It seems things are finally looking up. We routed the bandits in battle, and Henry took care of the remnants. When can we get to work?
Right away, as far as I'm concerned. All we need is people and the necessary funds. And we'll need someone to keep order, at least in the interim.
True. I'll leave you some of my men.
If I may, I would recommend quickly appointing a bailiff to take responsibility for the renewal of the village, its coffers and its citizens.
True. First things first. Since you understand these matters best, you shall take charge of the land parceling and building works. You'll be available to the bailiff, but answerable directly to me.
I'd be honored, sir. Thank you.
And, as regards the office of bailiff, what about you, Henry?
Me?
Yes, sir?
You've proven yourself well. You've demonstrated that you're capable of solving problems, and you command the respect of your former Skalitz neighbors.
Well, I'm not so sure.
And you're also capable of maintaining law and order.
I must concur.
Whoa.
So,
Come on.
let us expedite matters.
You flatter me.
Henry, I hereby appoint you to the office of bailiff of the hamlet of Pribyslavitz, in my domain.
My lord, it's a great honour. Thank you.
You will oversee the initial renewal and administration of the village that will set the ground for further development. But don't imagine it'll be a bed of roses, lad. Being bailiff doesn't mean you can do whatever you like. If you don't treat the settlers rightly, I'll soon find out and relieve you of your office. Besides, we can't spare a single groschen from the Talmberg coffers now, with the province in chaos. So, you'll have to cover the cost for the building work from your own purse.
Me? But Marius said it would cost a fortune.
True, but from what I hear, you know how to get your hands on coin enough. So, I expect you'll manage it just fine.
Who did you hear that from?
I'd like to know who's been spreading such gossip.
Me too, Henry.
And I am assigning you certain specific tasks. You must ensure the rebuilding of the church. That means complete reconstruction, wall paintings, and a new altar. See to it that in the future, the village will be capable of supporting a certain number of people. For that, you will need to ensure the construction of essential artisans' buildings. And ultimately, the village must produce sufficient earnings to fund further expansion.
But, sir, I've never done...
I understand your concerns, but you'll be handsomely rewarded. I shall grant you the proceeds from the whole village for the first 5 years.
Wow.
And you have my permission to use the surrounding woods and land as you see fit.
Well, that's, I mean... Are you sure I'm the right man for the job, sir? It's a lot of responsibility.
As you said yourself, Henry, it's a great honour. Besides, you won't be alone in it. I'll assist you and supervise the construction work.
Phew. All right, then.
So, we're agreed. You'll give this document to the Rattay bailiff. He'll make the announcement to invite settlers, which should ensure enough people to begin work. At the same time, your official appointment as bailiff will be announced.
Don't know what to say, sir.
Thank you, Sir
I'm
Hanish.
sure you won't disappoint me, Henry. And now I must get back to my duties at Townburg. Send word when everything is prepared.
Certainly, sir. Have a safe journey.
Farewell, sir.
Well, okay. I'm not gonna say I feel worse about, you know, hanging out with Lady Stephanie. But I don't feel good about it. On to Rattay we go.